Hi. um, just thought I'd do a quick update while my roommate's going to her duty section muster. It's not that my roommate's actually really cool. I just feel really, really stupid talking to no one in front of her, even though she knows that I use YouTube and she doesn't really care. It's just I feel stupid. And I'm sorry about the angle, but I just one of my moods, I guess. I actually have to I have to do a FOD walk down in an hour and 45 minutes, which is basically when a bunch of people are called to like walk in a line and they're picking up little pieces of garbage and anything that doesn't belong. And it's usually done like on a flight deck, but it can also be done around living quarters. We do that every Tuesday. Oh, I haven't really been having I've been okay here. I just haven't really been in the best of moods. And I just wanted to read a little article that I found last Monday. I just haven't gotten around to it because I just haven't been in a good mood. This article came up on May 7th, which was last Monday. And the title is, "What do you mean I'm not going to die?" London. A British man who went on a wild spending spree after doctors said he only had a short time to live wants compensation because the diagnosis was wrong and he is now healthy but broke. John Bradrick, 62, was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. I know what a pancreas is. I just can't say pancreatic. There we go. Pancreatic cancer 2 years ago, and told that he would probably die within a year. He quit his job, sold or gave away nearly all his possessions, stopped paying his mortgage, and spent his savings dining out and going on holiday. Bradrick was left with little more than the black suit, white shirt, and red tie that he planned to be buried in when it emerged a year later that his suspected tumor, quote-unquote, was no more than a non-life-threatening inflammation of the pancreas. When they tell you you've got a limited time and when they tell you you've got a limited time and everything, you do enjoy life. Brandrick from Cornwall in the west of England told Sky Television. "I'm really pleased that I've got a second chance in life, but if you haven't got no money after all this, which is my fault, I spent it all, they should pay something back." If he can't get compensation, he is considering selling his house or suing the hospital that diagnosed him. The hospital has said that while it sympathizes with Brandrick, a review of his case showed no different diagnosis would have been made. So I thought that was just interesting because when they reviewed his case, it said that no other diagnosis can be made. Now, I'm not a doctor and I don't know anything about pancreas, but I thought a tumor was a tumor. In other words, I thought that if you found a tumor, that you would have to remove the tumor, or at least a part of the tumor or something, in order to test it to see if it had cancerous cells or it was malignant. I didn't think that you could just say, "Hey, a tumor, you have cancer." And it turns out, from what I read, that there was no tumor at all. So they never really looked. Like, it just seems that if you're going to diagnose with someone something so seriously and say that they're basically going to die, kind of odd. In the second hand, I just figured he would get a second opinion. If someone told me I was going to die in a year or two, I'd definitely go to another doctor. Just get a second, maybe even third opinion. And I don't know. Do you think he should get compensation for that? I mean, they told him he was going to die, and then he definitely wasn't, and they obviously didn't take out a tumor to test it, and there was no tumor to begin with. I don't know. I just think that's a little freaky story. I feel kind of bad. And, well, there's that. In other news, I actually finally classed up today. I don't know if I ever mentioned it, but I was supposed to start my class the 30th of April, which was about 2 weeks ago, and didn't happen. Class actually ended up getting canceled, and today I was told I was classing up. I went to class. I'm the only person in the class. I think that's so hilarious, but it actually ends up being more beneficial to me because I'll probably graduate earlier. And that's it. And I went to class at around 07 something, and at 09 something I was done because it was the first day. And I have my first PT tomorrow morning. I hope I don't die. I don't remember the last time I actually ran, so I just hope I don't collapse. But they said that their PT wasn't strenuous, so I should be okay. But I'm going to get going, and I just want to do an update, and that's it. Bye.